I often find myself singing hymns in my head, and that's a really good thing because if you've heard me sing, you know that's not a really good thing at all. But I was singing, My Hope is Built on Nothing Less by Edward Mote this morning. And I didn't know it was by Edward Mote until I looked up the background information on umdiscipleship.org. Mote published his hymn with selections by other hymn writers in Hymns of Praise, a new selection of gospel hymns. Now, if you don't learn anything else from this message, this is an interesting thought. Hymnologists note, and I love that word hymologist, that this is the first time the now common term gospel hymn was ever used in print. American hymnologist and hymnal editor Robert Guy McCutcheon notes that the hymn was probably written around 1834 and originally began, Nor earth nor hell my soul can move. That's good. And the original title was Jesus, my all in all. And I love that title. Mr. McCutcheon cites the origin of the hymn narrated by the composer himself as it appeared in a London periodical, The Gospel Magazine. One morning, Mote says, it came to my mind as I went to my labor to write a hymn on the gracious experience of the Christian. As I went up to Holborn, I had the chorus. On Christ, the solid rock I stand. All other ground is sinking sand. In the day, I had 4 verses complete and wrote them off. On the Sabbath following, by the fireside, I composed the last 2 verses. Brother Reese of Crown Street, Soho, brought out an edition of Hymns in 1836, and this hymn was in it. Now, Baptist hymnologist William Reynolds summarizes the rest of the story. Sounds a little like Paul Harvey, doesn't it? The rest of the story. The next Sunday, he writes, Mote visited the home of some fellow church members where the wife was very ill. The husband informed Mote that it was their custom on the Lord's Day to sing a hymn, read the Bible, and pray together. Mote produced the new hymn from his pocket, and they sang The Solid Rock together for the first time. Hymnal editor Carlton Young notes in his companion that the hymn is an uneven quality. Imagine that, an uneven quality. Indeed, the version in our hymnal today is a result of careful editing of the original 6 stanzas into 4. They edited 6 verses into 4, choosing the most coherent lines from the original. This note from my wife Ruth, who is an author. Every writer would appreciate how preacher Mote must have felt when editors wanted to change his precious work. However, the way the hymn turned out has helped countless souls receive hope and have faith in the most trying times. My hope is built on nothing less than Jesus' blood and righteousness. I dare not trust the sweetest frame, but wholly lean on Jesus' name. On Christ, the solid rock I stand. All other ground is sinking sand. Folks, if we lose everything, and that's a big possibility in our trying time, if we lose everything but have Christ, we have lost nothing. God bless. Stay safe.